Hello students, today we will learn directed acyclic graph, that is DAG, and how we can construct DAG for a basic block. A DAG for a basic block is a directed acyclic graph with following neighbors on nodes. तो DAG का फुल फॉर्म है डायरेक्टेड एसाइक्लिक ग्राफ, मीन्स ऐसा ग्राफ जिसमें कोई भी साइकिल फॉर्म नहीं हो सकती है और वो डायरेक्टेड होगा. How we can neighbor nodes? The leaves are neighbored by unique identifiers, either variable names or constants. तो जो लीफ नोड्स हैं दे आर नेबर्ड विद आइडेंटिफायर्स और आइडेंटिफायर्स विल बी वेरिएबल नेम्स और कॉन्स्टेंट्स. तो लीफ नोड्स आर यूज फॉर रिप्रेजेंटिंग वेरिएबल नेम्स और कॉन्स्टेंट्स. इंटीरियर नोड्स आर नेबर्ड बाय एन ऑपरेटर सिंबल. The interior nodes are neighbored by an operator symbols that represents the operation. Okay, so this is the two way of neighboring. How we can represent leaves? Leaves are used for identifiers and interior nodes are used for operators. DAGs are useful data structures for implementing transformation of basic blocks. So what is the use of DAG? We can use DAG for transformation on basic blocks. Okay, we can identify common sub-expressions using DAGs, and eliminating common sub-expressions from DAG is a useful transformation on basic blocks. So DAGs are useful in identifying the common sub-expressions. It gives a picture of how the value computed by a statement is used in subsequent statements. So DAG gives a pictorial view of the basic block, and it also gives information how the value computed in one expression is used in subsequent expressions. तो ये भी बताता है कि कोई वैल्यू जो कंप्यूट हो रही है वो आगे किस तरीके से स्टेटमेंट्स में यूज की जा रही है. ओके, कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ DAG. So there are three possible cases. Case 1, x is equal to y operator z, here OP representing binary operator. Case 2, x is equal to OP y, where OP operator is representing a unary operator. And case 3rd is x is equal to y. So there are three possible statements for which we have to construct a DAG. Step number 1 is saying if y is undefined, then create node y. अगर y अनडिफाइंड है मीन्स y के करस्पॉन्डिंग कोई नोड नहीं है तो उस केस में हमें y के लिए नोड क्रिएट करना होगा. द सेम वे इफ z इज अनडिफाइंड वी हैव टू क्रिएट ए नोड z फॉर केस 1 बिकॉज z इज ओनली बी यूज्ड इन केस 1 नॉट केस 2 and 3. ओके, नाउ स्टेप नंबर 2, इफ केस 1 के लिए क्रिएट ए नोड OP whose left child is node y and right child is node z, and let x be this node. So for case 1 के लिए what we have to do, we have to create a node for this operator OP, and after that y becomes the left side of this operator and z becomes the right side of this operator, and the node created with OP is now labeled with x. So this is like that. This is your OP, this is y, this is z, and this is your x. This is like that. We have to create a node for OP. Left child becomes y, right child becomes z, and that node now represent x. That x is holding or representing a value y operator z. This is for case 1. Okay. Now for case 2, determine whether there is node OP with one child y. हमें चेक करना है कि DAG में कोई नोड OP एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है विद वन चाइल्ड y. अगर कर रहा है तो वी नीड नॉट टू क्रिएट ए नोड, बट इफ दिस इज नॉट द सिचुएशन देन वी हैव टू क्रिएट सच ए नोड. ओके, तो फॉर सेकेंड केस के लिए वी हैव टू क्रिएट ए नोड फॉर OP if there exists no node for OP with one child y. Okay, clear है. Now for the third case, x is equal to y. तो for case 3 node x will be node y. ओके, तो जो नोड y है वही नोड x हो जाएगा. तो वी हैव नीड नाउ टू क्रिएट ए न्यू नोड. तो node y and node x represent the same node, like this way. If this is node y is there, the same node now becomes x. So there is no need to create a node y. So for case 3, node x will be the node y. Okay, the logic is we have to create node only for a variable or a operator if it is undefined. Okay, we need now to create node if it is already defined. So these are the two steps for construction of a DAG. Let's understand with the help of an example. This is the 3 address code for the basic block, and here we will draw the DAG for this 3 address code. Let's consider the first line T1 is equal to 4 into I. Here the operator is multiplication. So we can draw multiplication. Okay, we have to construct a node for 4 because still we have not constructed node for 4. So we have to construct a node for 4 and it becomes the left side of this multiplication operator. This is your 4, and we have to construct a new node for I and become the right side of the multiplication operator. Okay, and the neighbor of this is T1, that is this is the result of 4 by I. Now come to the instruction number 2, T2 is equal to a Ti. Here we have already created node for Ti, so we have to reuse this Ti. Okay, the operator is this one. The left side is A, the right side is T1, and result is stored in T2. Okay, now consider third statement, T3 is equal to 4 by I. Okay, so we have already constructed 4 by I, and here I and that I are same because there is no change in value from this I to this I. So whatever the value of I is using here, the same value is I used here. Hence we can use the same I, that is okay, that is this I, that is a constant. So we have already calculated 4 by I, so we have no need to construct a node for 4 and I. We have to reusing it, and this now also becomes T3. Okay, so this T1 and T2 are representing the same calculation. Also T1 and T3 are common sub expression because both T1 and T3 are same. Okay, so in this DAG we can represent common sub expression. We can identify those expressions that are common because they both are representing the same node. Okay, now consider the T4 equal to 4b T3. Still we have not constructed a node for B. Okay, and we have already constructed T3, so we have to reuse it. So this becomes, the left side is your B and the right side is your T3, and this is your T4. Okay, now next statement is T5 is equal to T2 multiplied by T4. So this is T2 and this is T4. So this now becomes, this is your multiplication operator. T2 is the left side, T4 is the right side, and this is your T5. Okay, now come to statement number 6. So we have to construct a node for this variable product, and the right side will be T5, that is already created. So this is, and the operator is thus. So this is your right side, this is your product is there, and the result is stored in T6. This is T6. Okay. Now step number 7, प्रोडक्ट इज इक्वल टू T6. इट मीन्स T6 जिस नोट को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है उसी नोट को प्रोडक्ट भी रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, बिकॉज बोथ आर सेम. तो दिस इज योर प्रोडक्ट. ओके. नाउ T7 is equal to I plus 1. Okay. So this is the I from here to here, and from here to here there is no change in I. So this I and this I, all the three I are same, that is this one. Okay. We have to construct a node T7, operator is plus and right side is 1. So this is your plus, this is your left side, this is 1 and this is T7. Okay. Now I is equal to T7. It means जो T7 जिसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है I उसी को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. तो दिस इज योर I is there. Okay. You can see this. This is the I. The last statement is if I less than equal to 20 go to 1. The operator is less than equal to, right side is 20 and left side is I, that is this I. So this is less than equal to, left side is I and the right side is your 20. So this is the DAG for this 3 address code. Hope you will be able to understand. Okay. Applications of DAG. So there are 2 applications. First, we can detect common sub-expressions. So those integer nodes representing more than one identifiers, they are common sub-expressions. In the DAG, we have seen that T1 and T3 are representing the same node. Therefore, T1 and T3 are common sub-expressions. In this way, we can identify all the common sub-expressions in the DAG. Second, we can determine which identifiers have their values used in the block. And so we can find out those variables that have been used in the block. Okay. So those integer rows representing variables, these variables are used in the block. So these are the 2 main applications of DAG. Hope you will be able to understand DAG and how we can construct DAG for a basic block. Thank you.